Okay, so we're recording. So this is a
But
meeting
does it retro or just from here on? How does that work?
from here on.
Oh, okay.
So, okie dokie. So we are talking, Connie Bass and James Davis are talking about how we put together a concept to obtain funding for HCB and NICE to do planning work for a network of businesses that deal with the preservation of historic African-American real estate, as well as provide programs, high quality artistic programs. And one of the models is the John and Alice Coltrane property in New York. And being that Alice Coltrane played the piano and the harp, and their residence is now being restored to be a type of museum. And the Fund 2 Foundation is one of the contributors to that brick and mortar economic development activity. Ms. Bass and Mr. Davis wants to replicate that model on a national basis using an anchor development model so we can leverage the money we get from the Fund 2 Foundation. Was that a correct
Yes.
encapsulation? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here's
So
their...
I have one
Go
more
ahead.
question.
Yes, ma'am.
In the first part of our conversation, you talked about the Alice and John Coltrane situation, but you also talked about, I believe, a subsidiary of the National Trust of Historic Preservation for the African American, and I didn't write out the rest of it. Cultural something? What was the name of that?
The African American Action Fund.
Action, okay.
And the African American Action Fund, great question, has a subsidiary called Hope Crew. And in the letter that Hope Crew, I'm getting ready to show you that right now.
I read about them because of the links that you sent yesterday.
Okay, so here's can you see this right here?
Yes.
Okay, so here's them working on the Coltrane's property.
Right.
And the reason why this is critically important is that when we show our people how to renovate property and how to convert a deteriorated building into something that has value, then we're maximizing that human capital to create property that has historic and monetary value.
Okay.
And that's a way to build our young people for the future. I tried to do that in Compton with the house that I grew up in and the property, the closed National Guard Armory. And although both of those attempts were unsuccessful, it showed me that it is possible to acquire the real estate to do that. The key is to be able to engage in effective marketing where individuals won't feel threatened and kill the idea, but want to support it when they see that it's a way, it's almost like that saying, a rising tide lifts all boats. That's the type of philosophy that I believe is a winner. Okay.
What did you say? A rising tide lifts all boats?
Yep. President Kennedy said that in his speech in 1961. A rising tide lifts all boats.
Okay.
And he got that from somebody else, but it's
right.
It's a good analogy. So yeah, the African American Heritage Fund supports the Hope Crew. And this is a workforce development construction training program that can work in wherever we want it to work. Here it is right here. See the sentence right here? The work was?
Yes, undertaken by African American at the Coltrane, and part of partnership. Wow, between the Fund 2 Foundation and the Trust. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm. So
Mm,
this is, and here they also did Nina Simone's house in North Carolina.
wow.
They completely renovated this. And you know who else
Mm.
would be a partner for this is the Ray Charles Foundation.
Oh,
We
okay.
have access to them. And then also Quincy Jones has a foundation to help preserve homes of jazz artists, where the jazz artists, if they haven't passed, they come on hard times and they want to renovate those properties. So there's a plethora, there's a large number of homes that need the type of program. And so once these homes are renovated, why not make that a redevelopment project?
Okay.
Why not? I guess this is a organ in her house. Why not
Right.
make these buildings a museum? And once young people know how to do that in these remote locations, maybe to them, they can come back home and start building structures in their own community and build structures so they can build up their community rather than moving out to somewhere else.
Okay. Wow. Deep. Love it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And best
So
practices. Go ahead, please.
I just want you to Google Lindustry because
Okay.
there's a connection between Center by Lindustry and then actual Lindustry.
Okay.
Lindustry is the oh, you have Bernard Kinsey up there.
Mm-hmm. That's another
So
person that's on my list.
okay, so I'm going to send you an email that I got from Karen Clark last week because their art is being presented and City National Bank is, I believe, sponsoring it. I'll send you that email when we hang up.
So is that
It's
am I
Lendlen, not Li. Yeah, Lindustry. Yeah, there you go.
providing economic opportunities for everybody? Okay, offer. Oh.
CDFI.
Mm,
So
um, okay, well, okay,
the
good.
other thing, unfortunately, the Black Bank, United, whatever it is, they were not a CDFI and they were not helping their members get the money.
Mm-hmm.
And how I know that is because I was trying to get Aspires West, which is the after school program that I help.
Mm-hmm.
They would have been a perfect candidate, and their bank did not do that program
Mm-hmm.
because they were members of United. Yeah,
Do you know anybody here on the executive team?
I don't.
Okay, well then I found that if you don't know somebody on the inside, it's real hard to get some money.
Okay, so we know Constance Anderson.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would suggest we focus in on them.
Okay, because it's really about relationships. Whew,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so much about relationships.
Which is a good thing because with all the people that you've helped, there should be someone who's grateful for that and will go to bat for us. And I know a couple of people that are subscribed to that philosophy. What they want to do is see a bulletproof business plan where it shows that we're going to make money. And
Okay.
once they see that there's cash flow being generated to service the debt, then they can work on our behalf.
Okay.
So if we will, let's go back to this letter because this monetizing African American musical heritage. this is where I think we can monetize and use spiritual currency, because what I just said about having a relationship is important. I believe what makes the spiritual currency so powerful, that when we cultivate the relationship that we have with the Holy Spirit, that is unlimited prosperity, unlimited money, and we use those principles and tap into the same type of spiritual energy that John Coltrane, Alice Coltrane used in producing their music, and use those
So,
type of spiritual principles. Let me finish, please. Well, no, go ahead. I'll remember what we're going to ask.
okay. In my going to several webinars and listening to these different, I'm on one or two of them every week. It talked about how some foundations will not fund faith-based programs. So I took out the verse that I had always put in, which is train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart. I think that's a proverb.
Mm-hmm.
I took those out because they were telling me that we would not get funded. But I want to be bold and put them back, because I truly believe that that's what's needed in our children, in our families. We need to go back to God.
Okay, and I agree with
But
you 100%. I agree with you
okay,
100%. And so here's my response to that.
okay,
Take it out until you're funded, and then once you're funded, you can have your attorney figure out how to put it back in.
okay, great. All right. So that sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, so James,
Mm-hmm.
what's my homework?
Okay, so this one here, I tried to show it. Can you see this, the Bonnie Bray house?
Yes.
Okay, so your homework would be to figure out how the Bonnie Bray house and the organization that is sponsoring this, how we can talk to them and collaborate with them for HCB and Knights to have a relationship with them, and then we can go. This could be part of the historic, it could be part of our funding request where we include the National Trust for Historic Preservation in the anchor development model.
Okay, are you going to send me a copy of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so let me just say what I think you said. I am going to do the research on the Bonnie Bray house
Mm-hmm.
to see how we can use that model to obtain our work, to obtain the property, or I'm asking.
Mm-mm. No, we want to collaborate with them.
We want to collaborate with them. Okay.
Mm-hmm. We want to collaborate with them.
Known as the body. Now, who is Seymour? Is he black?
That's him. William
Is he black?
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Oh.
African American. Now he was
Is he
there.
still living?
No, he was there at the turn of the century.
Oh, so he's no longer there.
Right.
He's passed away.
Right.
I see where it says known as the Bonnie Bray House, Seymour's original. Okay. Original sanctuary serves as a religious destination for worshipers and educational experience for the curious. So we don't know what's happening with that Bonnie Bray. So I need to find out what is happening, right? I'm asking.
Right now. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, back in 2003, NICE did a historic tour, a tour of historic African-American Los Angeles, and that was one of our stops.
So
yeah,
was that under the our authors study group?
No, that was National Institute of Community Enlightenment. that
Oh,
did, for Black History Month, we did a tour. And
so how did you find the places?
we researched it. We
Oh,
researched, we went there, we went by Biddy Mason's place. We had about 6 stops. We even had TV coverage that day. We rented some buses and it was a big deal.
wow.
It was a big deal. So between the experience you have and I have, we've done enough. We can show that
Yeah.
we've got experience. We don't have to be begging for money. We just have to show how we leverage the money that we obtain. And I was going to show you something. The Spirit Walk project that I'm surprised this is not. Okay. I wanted to show you what Les Hamasaki put together, because this is, okay, so the Spirit Walk project is what Les Hamasaki put together, and I know I've shown this to you.
So is he still living?
Les Hamasaki?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, I talk to him about every other week. He's one of the most active board members I have. This on
Okay.
Nice. Now, the reason why I want to show you this is, so this is what he put together.
Oh, wow. You showed me that before,
Yeah. And
but
so,
it has a different meaning today.
yeah, that's, so examples of great legends. I mean, there's so many African-American great legends, and one of them that's featured is Pastor William Seymour, founded the
Oh,
multicultural Pentecost movement of over 600 million followers that began on Azusa Street on April 9th, 1906, in the city of April, Los Angeles, Little Tokyo, city of angels in Little Tokyo. Now,
wow.
Les Hamasaki is also on the board of the Little Tokyo. So the reason why this is so significant, I wanted to show you this. Following this thread of honoring different legends of African-American descent and putting together a type of museum. Now, initially, they wanted to do it in the Vision Theater. Les had a picture of that. But also, have I showed you this Media Common experience where it's an outdoor theater?
No,
Okay, you got 3 minutes to watch this right now?
I do.
It'll blow you away. Now let's see. Now this doesn't always play, so you got to tell me if you can hear it or not. Sometimes. Let's see. Uh-oh. I don't hear it. So if I don't hear it, oh, this is the wrong one. So let's stop this. Let's see. So let's see. Uh-oh. Sometimes the sound doesn't play unless I'm opening up the right tab. Yeah, the sound's not going to play. Okay, so what I would like to do is I'm going to stop sharing and then I'm going to share again. So let's see. I tell you, once you do this, a bunch of stuff, but I can't talk and do it at the same time. One participant can share at a time. So screen share. So let's do a screen. Let's advance. Let's do a video. Share. Okay, no, that's not the one. Portion. Screen share. One person can share at a time. To share sound, yeah. So let's go just basic. Share sound, screen. So you should be able to hear. So So this is an outdoor media commons presentation. Oh, God. Now, why this is so important is that one, this is a great type of outdoor theater. And
because of COVID.
yes.
Right, right.
Can you hear that?
No, there's no sound.
No sound. That is really something. Because see, I can hear it on my end. The music is just phenomenal. So we gotta, I'm gonna see if I can.
Oh, but hold on, it has a mark through the sound thing. So can we oh, now it's open, but I don't hear anything.
Okay. So I know what the deal is. There's for screen sharing. Okay.
So what if you just send me the link and I clicked on it? Will it
There
play
you
then?
go. You are a smart cookie. Yes, let's do that. Because this is just so powerful. And this is part of what I believe will get us the money from the Fund 2 Foundation. So let's do this. And let's find the chat. Let's put the paste. Boom. Okay. Can you double click on that? And it's a 2-minute and 30-second video.
Okay,
Do you see that in your chat?
I do. I clicked on it.
Is it opening?
Okay. Something is opening. I don't hear anything yet. Oh, here. Click. Oh, I hear there's sound.
Okay, check that out, please. Can you hear it?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.